Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Hey, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Okay, so we're starting off with Belle Collective. They are on their way to New Orleans and decide to boom, stop by a plantation. I think it might have been Whitney Plantation. I'm not exactly sure. Either way, they could have stopped at a plantation that was actually in New Orleans because we do have plantations along in the east. We have isn't there? Yeah, isn't that Whitney Plantation in the east? I don't know. Either way, I know there is one on Hain that they could have went to. And I want to trying to say it the right way, y'all. It's Hain, not Haynes. We've been calling it Haynes since forever, but it's Hain, not Haynes. But black people got to put an S on the end of some shit. Anyway, so they go to a plantation. Do you know what we get from this? Well, we should get from this. Okay. Our people have struggled. Sometimes you need to put things into perspective. And y'all know Letitia Luther King, if she not gonna do anything, she's gonna give y'all a speech of encouragement. It may be empty, it may be full. Okay, but she gonna give it to you, either way. It don't matter if you like it, it don't matter if it worked. She's still gonna give you a speech about something. Okay. She's just like Maurice Luther King, except for she's a little bit better at it, if you ask me. Okay. Either way, Letitia meant this moment to like showcase that we're all fighting and arguing over petty little things. And our ancestors died and went through so much for us to have a better quality of life, for us to have a good life in comparison to what they have. And a lot of times we take that shit for granted. And there are other times that I think it's not as clear. You don't realize how worse your life could be, how grateful you should be, that things aren't as bad as they used to be, and that people actually like were steadfast and they actually stuck it out through all of that and continue to make children and continue to have families and continue to, spread love and trauma, things that go hand in hand. But either way, child, the black people, we have made it. Okay. Now, of course, any moment that's emotional, Shantae is going to use it in order for us to, discuss how JJ needs to stop being upset at his daughters by way of Selena. Like, I don't know what the issue is with JJ, but to me, I feel like JJ, you started it with Selena. Selena responded with her own accusations against you for being abusive. And honestly, I can see it. That over talking, fast talking, high energy shit. And in the way Shantae Sophia So Gucci walks on eggshells around him. Yeah, all that shit is weird to me. So I'm trusting whatever it is Selena said about JJ. I'm literally probably trusting whatever that lady said. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, because to me, it wasn't even all of that. And he came at that lady so sideways. Okay, just came at that lady big time sideways. So calling her a bad mom and shit, like, fuck you. But Shantae, which one is it? Is it So Gucci? Is it Shantae or is it Sophia? Because now she's like, I'm in my soft girl era and they're gonna call me Sophia. And it's like, but the girls call you Shantae like that's your real name. Like, is your name Shantae Sophia? Whatever the last name is, or is it Sophia Shantae, whatever the last name is? And when you was in the hood trying to, get in good with the country hood folks, you was Shantae. And then he gave you the nickname So Gucci, but on your birth certificate it say Sophia. Girl, we need the deets. Why do you have all of these different names? And which one is the real one? Okay. Either way, yes, I agree with y'all. I'm over JJ. I am over this whole thing, because to me, I feel like this really all boils down to the fact that y'all were mad because Selena was coming on the show. Y'all weren't on Dancing Dolls, DD4L. Okay. Y'all wasn't on that show the way you want it to be. And so it's a catchback moment. You thought you were going to be able to keep Selena from coming on this show once Selena decided she wanted to come on this show. But I think it's weird that you would have a whole family dynamic, including Selena's children, and Selena can't come on the show. That's weird to me. It's like y'all were trying to erase her the way y'all feel like So Gucci was erased. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter who So Gucci, who JJ's wife was. It did not matter. What mattered is who are the parents to Sunjay and Star and Sky. Okay. That's what we cared about. And Selena was very much a part of that cast of moms who went to support their daughters. Okay. She was on almost all of the damn episodes. So I'm not exactly sure why JJ has decided to flip, but if I'm being real, I think it's because you always wanted her. You were mad that she no longer wanted you whenever that time came. And I think that So Gucci has felt the insecurities because of that. I think she hasn't felt as beautiful. She hasn't felt as valued. She's felt as if she needed to be everything that her man needed for her to be so that he would not still want Selena. That's what I think. I think there's jealousy there. And I think it stems from the fact that not only is Selena, Mississippi Beyonce, but also JJ still wants her. That's what I think. Okay. Bickering and being annoyed at each other didn't start post-slavery. No need to be preaching down to people who are simply living their lives and being in conflict, which is natural. I agree. I definitely agree, but I also feel like it does push shit in perspective. I do feel like ultimately when you realize how fucked up shit was, it's not that it's gonna force you to make up with somebody you don't want to make up with, but it can definitely give you a relief. Like, damn, this shit could have been worse. Like, or I'm so grateful that it's not like that anymore. Or we should make sure this shit never happens again. Like, oh, there's just a whole bunch of responses to the historical aspect of the scene. But I do agree that people are gonna have conflict no matter what. But also, I do feel like conflict for clout is sad. And that's what I feel like is going on with Shantae and JJ and Selena and all them. Conflict for clout and willing to sacrifice your family's health for attention on a television show that is here today, maybe gone and forgot about tomorrow. That shit is sad, in my opinion. So they get back on a bus. Letitia tells them that Cliff came to her office to tell her that Glendale is an entrepreneur and that he bought a truck. She want to know, did he buy a truck? Glendale said Letitia will find out about the truck when he buy it and pull up with a whole thing in it. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. I understand that if you don't have to tell her, I wouldn't even get mad. Okay. Okay. So when I move accordingly and don't share anything with you, don't be surprised. Don't bitch a fit. I don't want to hear you think you the husband. I don't give a fuck. We are partners. We are two people in a marriage. And when you decide that you can do things without talking to me first, it's not that you need my permission, but damn, you're not even going to give me the respect of the heads up because you want so badly to just go ahead and do it all on your own because you don't want her to be questioning you. You don't want her to be checks and balances. You want to just do it no matter how much it costs, no matter if you could have done it smarter. Like, you just want to be able to do it on your own so that you can come to her as if you have somehow, made it as an entrepreneur, which then what puts you on the same pedestal as Letitia because she's an entrepreneur. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Glenn, but it seems as if you're having like a dick measuring contest with your wife. That's what it seemed like to me. And I just think that's mad weird to have a dick measuring contest with your wife and then send your side nigga Cliff to talk to her about it. Now, Latrice, let's talk about you for a second. Why are you acting like it's a big deal that Cliff went and talked to Letitia? Like, why are you acting like that's a big deal? It's not a big deal. I understand that you may have wanted the communication just based off the fact that Cliff is always coming at you sideways whenever you don't tell him something, but that's that imbalance in y'all's relationships. Y'all allow these men to think that they're above y'all. You allow that. Because I wouldn't even be married to a nigga that thinks he's above me because he's a man. You're out of here, sir. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. If you're not gonna see what you do is what you do, and what I do is what I do, and we're complementary to each other, but two whole human beings capable of whatever it is that we set our minds to do. If you don't see us as those types of individuals, then we have nothing to talk about. But we know Latrice and them, they have a different mentality on men. A lot of people love them a mean man. I don't know why, but that's your business. No, thank you. I'm good. Okay. I like a little bit of an asshole. Okay. A little bit of a willy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need you to just be out here mean and talking to me crazy and actually vocalizing to me that you think you're above me because you have a dick and a lack of vocabulary. That's wow. Anyway, but we also find out that the grand opening for Latrice's hair salon is I think it's the hair salon, and it might be Taste. Girl, I don't know. But it seems as if they're having Glendale's birthday party at the same time as they're having all of these grand openings. And my opinion, I don't know, but my opinion is that Cliff does things like this to the take the attention off of whatever Latrice has going on. So if this is supposed to be about Latrice and her business and her creating this, for the most part on her own, yes, with your help, that's what you're supposed to do. You her fucking husband, like you supposed to help her. But at the end of the day, this is her business. It was supposed to be about her. And to me, Cliff putting all of these other things on the same day means that he doesn't have to show up for her in a supportive way, the way he really should. It means that he will have other things to pull him away and she'll just have to deal with it. And I think that's really sad that she go from my man, my man, my man to your weak ass need to get out my face. Okay. So once they get to the house, everybody gets to their rooms. Letitia tells Glenn that she invited Selena without telling so Gucci and JJ, Shantae, whatever. Shantae asks JJ what's gonna happen if Selena shows up. We ain't worrying about that. We ain't gotta worry about that because that's you to get stressed and your wrinkles, and we have to worry about us. Nigga, you talk too much and you don't think enough. You talk too much and you don't think enough. Because what happened the next day? Selena showed up, and what did y'all do? Get up and walk out. That's a great response if that's what you want to do. But essentially, I feel like y'all making it like Selena has done something to y'all for real, like as if it was out of nowhere, as if Shantae did not run up on Selena, as if you did not also say terrible things about Selena as a mother before she even opened up her mouth about you. You were doing interviews on her. So to me, for y'all to act as if, oh, I just can't be in her presence and I'm not going to be around, I don't like all that shit. I don't like all that shit. It works on my nerves because essentially y'all are the ones that made it a problem, that made it an issue. Shantae, you ran up on that lady violently and aggressively and got your ass knocked upside the head and wanted to go and press charges because you were embarrassed. You should have been embarrassed about yourself and how you were handling the mother to your husband's children. But see, you would only feel the need to respect Selena if JJ made you respect Selena. And JJ's not going to make you respect Selena because he doesn't respect Selena because he's mad because he can't have her anymore. And you should be more worried about that than anything. But okay, Shantae, girl, keep listening to your man and his skinny, anorexic ass ponytails, okay? So Latrice and Cliff are in their room. And she brings it up again. Why you ain't tell me you was going to see Letitia? It's really you continuing to do things without having any type of communication with me. But if I was to do that shit to you, you would be jumping down my goddamn neck. Yeah. Either way, he ends up leaving out the room. She tells him, he need to pipe down, get your weak ass out of here. I was like, oh, I guess she's trying to show us that she not really getting knocked upside the head by nobody. Okay. Because, I was just like, oh, I hope you don't come back in the room, girl. Be safe. Be safe. At breakfast, we discussed this whole change of name. I guess JJ gave Shantae the name So Gucci. And I wish somebody, call me Sophia. That's what's on my birth certificate. Okay, Sophia, where did Shantae come from? I need information. I need it. So the day of the brunch, shout out to Neo's. Okay, that's where they had it at. Neo's has a restaurant across the street. They have an event building where they have all kind of events and cater. It's amazing. Okay, we always love it. When Quentin was here, Funky Dineva had his little down to the bar. That was at Neo's when we were there. So yeah. That was cute. We had a good time there, so I'm sure they had a good time. That's where the brunch on the bayou was, and the bayou is literally down the street. So it is like brunch on the bayou. The Bayou St. John is maybe 2 blocks away. So Letitia was being messy. Letitia was more worried about being messy than she was about making sure that everybody had their posters and shit up, because Marie was upset when she went downstairs and found that her all of her information, all of her reading materials for her business were not on those vacant tables down in the basement. And I'm hoping that they just shot that at a different time, because it seemed stupid. Like, honestly, there should have been vendors selling things. Like, not just Letitia in them place that she decided to put, a little wording on and sell to y'all, which is cute because you are doing a brunch. And I do feel like it would behoove you to start making money off of that before it completely loses its luster. So the plates and everything, the cook, the cookware, the plateware, that was cute. That was cute. That was a good idea. It all could have been presented better. Letitia, this is how we start to feel like you're not really genuine in what you do, because there's always cutting corners. There's always something not being up to par. And even though the brunch looked nice and nobody could complain about the food, you know why they can't complain about the food? Because Neo's is responsible for the food, and Neo's don't play about their fucking food. That's why. Okay. And it's New Orleans. Okay. We ain't about to have that going down. But yeah, to me, I just kind of feel like she was more worried about mess, because why is Selena the greeter? And yes, Selena is beautiful, but there was no need for her to be a greeter. You just did that because you were trying to force confrontation between JJ, Shantae, and her. And when they sat down, and I think the men were at one table, but Shantae was at the table with Selena, and she gets up and walks over to him, and he was like, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. Letitia tried to stop them from leaving. They leave anyway. Whatever. Cliff ends up getting an award for male entrepreneur. It's one of those moments where men love to discredit and make fun of the things that women do. But whenever women, basically proverbially suck they dick, give them a little coaxing of the ego, then all of a sudden you're trying to hold back a smile, and you're, articulate enough to tell everybody to keep trying at whatever they want to do and don't give up. The only way you lose is if you give up. Okay. So I did appreciate Cliff getting up and saying something. However, it was brunch. Chris Fletcher and Nell were there. Willie and them were there. Like, everybody is dressed in brunch wear, jackets, suits, button downs. Why do you just have on a polo and some paint? Whatever. Latrice, that's your man. If he want to look like that when y'all go places, girl, that's on you, Anyway, Marie was looking for her banner. So I'm trying to understand. Did Marie drop the banner off and then nobody, like, what happened there? But see, Letitia, this is another thing where you should have been in charge of making sure that everything looked the way it was supposed to look. And it didn't. And so it's given you didn't really care about it. It's always just for show, literally just for the show. Which means, how are we supposed to think that your business is real if every time we clock you, it is looking flawed? It's looking like something ain't right. It's looking like something is cheap, and look and look like you ain't put enough effort into whatever you was doing, girl. Whoever that girl who was with you, she look like she ain't put in enough effort either. Anyway, so the girls work out the next, I guess, after the brunch, the girls work out. The men go get a drink on Bayou Road. Shout out to that. Okay. I was able to clock it because my mama's shop was around the corner. Okay. So they was all up and through my stumping grounds. I was like, all right, I don't know where y'all at. So the men get a drink, and they try to talk to JJ about the Selena situation, him leaving, how he's handling this with his daughters. And JJ don't want to hear it. And he especially don't want to hear it from Glendale. He tells Glendale, now, how would you feel if I was to tell you that you was wrong for quitting your job, and now your wife and your son don't have insurance, and your baby got to go to the hospital, and your wife got to go to the doctor's office, get mammogram and all of that, and she ain't got no insurance because you decided to quit your damn job without talking to her? That was dumb. Now, how would you feel if I told you that? I would be wrong, huh? Nigga, you said it. What you mean? You just said it. You just said it. You just said it. That was so passive aggressive. Then Glenn says, he don't really like Willie. We get into that. Him and Cliff have problems with Willie because they feel like Willie looks down on them. Willie says, I don't look down on nobody, but I'm just being myself. And if you know me, you know I am a bit of an asshole. He said, when I was in football, I was a dirty player. I don't give a fuck. So at the end of the day, like, whatever back and forth we have is the back and forth we have. But I respect y'all. And I feel like he was saying that to try to make nice with them. But essentially, y'all keep trying to bully Willie because Willie doesn't disrespect his wife with y'all. I feel like y'all want Willie to disrespect his wife or to in some way show that he's a part of the we ain't shit clique. And if he's not going to show that to y'all, if he's not going to do anything in front of y'all, that's like an initiation, because that's what happened with the Scots. Please understand, Martell, Maurice, and Marceau, the reason why that whole thing is happening the way it is because at one point or another, y'all did dirt together. And when you do dirt together, you can blackmail each other or you can stay the fuck quiet in order to keep everybody's secrets. But men usually don't respect other men until one of those men threatens you to the point that you can respect them, or he does dirt with you and he can hold your dirt over your head and you can hold his dirt over his head. Usually that's the only time that y'all show respect for one another. And to me, I feel like the fact that Willie will not share his life with y'all like that and he will not disrespect his wife for y'all's benefit, I think y'all bully him, especially Cliff. Cliff, you come off like the I just like to bully men that show up differently than me, especially if I feel intimidated or insecure. Right. So I think they fuck with Willie because of that. And Willie was just like, listen, y'all ain't, I like you, Glenn. He was like, you all right. Okay, cool. But we cool. I respect y'all. And it is what it is. Like, the fuck? I'm cool with y'all, like, not really liking me. That's fine. Like, basically. It is giving Creep Squad Mississippi. Okay. It is giving Mississippi Delta Creep Squad. Creep creep. All right. Um, they go to the pool, right? The women are at the pool after the workout. And of course, Selena shows up to put her feet in the pool too. And Shantae says, listen, I can have a conversation with you. I'm not my husband. He's the one that doesn't want to have a conversation with you. I can have a conversation. Can y'all give us some space? So the women get up. And I personally feel like I would have been like, no, how about y'all go inside? Like, the fuck? Why all 10 of us got to get up and leave so that y'all can have a messy ass conversation? Like, let us continue luxuriating in the pool while y'all go inside and have that uncomfortable ass conversation that y'all hoes could have had before y'all got here. Okay? But either way, they're going to sit down, they're going to talk. And I can already tell Selena is going to handle this the way I have seen Selena handle conflict. She may not let you play with her, but she's definitely going to play on the fact that, bitch, I'm beautiful and all I got to do is cry. And Shantae is going to get annoyed by that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all plays out. JJ was deflecting, but I wasn't mad at it. So messy, yet they love to bring up the women when they realize they are acting like a woman in a clip. To me, I feel like it needs to stop being shade that you acting like a woman, because all of you niggas act like women. All of y'all act like women. All of y'all talk, run y'all mouth, clown each other. All of y'all are messy. Like, there's nothing that y'all do that the women don't also do. The women go back and forth all the time. It's just that I feel like women are fake like men. Men have to be faker than women have to be because men are always scared that another man is going to kill them. The women aren't always scared that another woman is going to kill them. We not talking. We curse each other out. We might even pull hair, throw a drink, but ain't nobody going to kill one another. With men, y'all fake the funk with each other out of fear that one of y'all niggas is going to be about unaliving somebody. Like, let's just tell the truth. That's why niggas a lot of times have to handle their situations differently, because y'all have the fear of each other that women don't necessarily have of one another, because women don't normally go around killing people in conflict. Men do. So yeah, that's that on that. We about to hit a little like the video and transition to the Love and Marriage Huntsville of it all. Where's my like the video?